Hello developers. In this video what we're going to learn is how to do all the necessary setup to run the new Android device manager and all the new Android emulator images. The first step that we need to do is come to Visual Studio and check our version. Our version needs to be greater than 15.5.1. In my case, I'm in 0.4, so I don't need to do any update. I have the latest one at this moment. After that, the second step, you need to do some updates in your Visual Studio setup. So you go to your Visual Studio installer and you click here on modify. After that, you go to individual components and you scroll down till you see the section of Xamarin, and you have to click on the Xamarin SDK Manager. This is the newest version. If you see in my case, I have already installed it, so I don't have to do anything. It's already checked. So I'm going to cancel this, but you have to do it. After you finish, open again your Visual Studio and you can go to here to Tools, then Android, then go to SDK Manager. This will open the new SDK Manager, which is able to handle Android SDK tools 26. With version 25, the new Android device manager is not able to communicate. So you need to upgrade to version 26 in order to download the new and download and use the new Android device manager. So in here you have to select Android SDK tools 26 or greater, then apply changes, and then you will be ready to download the new Android device manager. So I'm going to close this, and after that we're going to go to the page, and here is the new the link to download the new Android device manager. So in here they tell you all about the new changes and the requirements. The requirements basically are those three that we did: Visual Studio version, Android SDK tools, and Android SDK manager. So after we have all those updates done and ready, we come here and we download the new Android device manager. Here is the link for Windows, but this also works in Mac. So after we download and install this, we go again to Visual Studio. We go to Tools, Android, Android Emulator Manager, and you will see the new version in here. It looks like really nice. It's like really renovated look. So in here, you will see all the old other emulator images that you have created before. And you can create also new ones. For example, I'm going to create a new one. The images, I only have one image installed right now, which is Android 7.1 API 25. And for this image, I have all these different type of devices. The ones that I like most are the Nexus, but you can select anything that uh, meets your needs. So after you select the device, you can go to the property side and check which properties you want to change or which properties you want to remove. And also, if there is a property that you don't see, you can add a property here. There is a list of all possible properties, and you set up the value. This is good because before there was no way to do this. You have to go under the hood somehow and modify some files in order to modify how the emulator image was being created. Um, so in this case, it's nice that they put it before you create the image or you set up the image. So there's no need to go like under the hood to modify those values. So after that, you can click on create. But what I want to show you before is this, the tag ID. In this case, you can select default, which is an Android emulator that is detached from anything from Google. Then with Google APIs, which contains the Google APIs, but not the Play Store APIs. And this one who contains both Google APIs and Google Play Store APIs. This is the best one because if you need to write code that use the maps or any Google services, you need to have that. And before you need to do a lot of tricks to set up Google Play services in all the other emulators, in Genymotion, Xamarin Android emulator, and so on, and Visual Studio emulator for Android. So I think this is the best version so far that they have created to handle the emulator images and the emulators and all the requirements that developers have in order to write code in a comfortable way, that you don't have to go and go through really difficult process to set up all the stuff that you need. So in this case, I'm going to cancel this because I already created one with Google APIs and Google Play Store. Oh, I think I click create. Well, let's start this new device. What I wanted to show you is that they also use a new technology. They take like snapshots of the state of the device. So the next time that you run the device, it doesn't boot from zero. It just restores the state. So I do it quite fast, like in 2 or 3 seconds. That if you've been an Android developer for a while, you know that how slow were the other emulators or the original emulators from Android, especially because they didn't have x86 type of emulation. They were emulating the mobile processor. So in this case, you can see the Google Play Store is here. You can log in on that and your Google account and download all the applications that you need. Or, for example, if you are going to make an application that use Facebook login, you can put it in there, download Facebook, because you will need it when your application tries to log in. So it's really nice. So right now I'm going to close the simulator and I'm going to run it again. So you see, right now it was saving the state. And if I run it again, you will see in the snap, it will be done here and it's working. So it's really, really fast. So it's a good advantage to have it. And well, with this, I finish this video. And if you have any questions, you can write me here in the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.